Hello friends and welcome back to the studio. This is Susie with Gemini Connect and I'm here today with two new microphone systems from Saramonic. This video I'm going to tell you all about these mic systems, what makes them new and different, and we're also going to be doing a giveaway. So if you want to win one of these microphone systems, stay tuned and I'll tell you how to enter our giveaway. Now you might have seen one of my previous videos about the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro, and this is that system right here. It's a really awesome wireless microphone system that just came out, and the really cool thing about it is that it comes with two transmitters. So transmitters have built-in microphones, or you can plug in a wired lavalier microphone. And this is really big because up until recently there wasn't a lot of options for two-person microphone systems that were wireless and affordable. But the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro was one of those mic systems. At this point we have quite a few competitors. There's one by Hollyland and another one by Rode, but Saramonic was one of the first, and I've always liked them because they've been super reliable, and we've been using this system with our GoPro Hero 9 as well as our mirrorless cameras and our smartphones. So these two mic systems right here are very similar to the original Saramonic Blink 500 Pro. And at this point, I guess I should talk about some models. So this original system right here is the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro B2. The B2 comes with two transmitters, but there's also a B1 version that only comes with one transmitter if you don't need the second one. So these right here are the B4 and the B6 version of that Saramonic Blink 500 Pro. And these are different because these work exclusively with smartphones. So this is an example of the B6 version, and the B6 is made for phones with a USB-C connection. So in my case, I'm using the B6 because my primary phone that I use is the Samsung Galaxy S10. And you'll notice that the two transmitters look very similar to the original Blink 500 Pro, but the receiver is a little bit smaller. So you take the little receiver, there's a USB-C input right here, and then you would plug that directly into the bottom of your phone. I do notice that if you have a case on your phone, in my case I'm using the Moment case, which I really like, but that case can sometimes make it difficult to connect the receiver, so you might want to remove your case first. And then once we do that, I can just plug in the receiver directly to my phone here. And so the nice thing is this receiver is super compact and it really complements the size of a smartphone. Compare this to the receiver of the original Saramonic Blink 500 Pro, which is really good, but you would need a way to clip this to your phone. I guess you could go like that. And then you would have to have a cable that connects the receiver to your phone, so it can get a little bit messy. So I like that this is such a small and compact option for recording audio with your phone. And since I brought it up, yes, you could indeed take the original Saramonic Blink 500 Pro B2 system and use that receiver with a cell phone. However, that could be a bit of a hassle because number one, that receiver is really big, so you'd have to have a spot to stick the receiver. And also the B2 system only comes with a TRRS to 3.5mm mic jack cable. So this does work with some of the older smartphones, such as my Samsung Galaxy S10. However, a lot of other modern smartphones, including iPhones, no longer ship with that 3.5mm mic jack. So you might need to purchase a USB-C or lightning cable to use that older Saramonic receiver with your phone. The nice thing about the B4 and the B6 is that the receiver already has the input directly to your phone, so you don't have to mess with any cables or have an additional adapter to attach the receiver. So to demonstrate my full mobile vlogging setup, I would have the Saramonic B6 receiver plugged directly into my phone, and then the rest of the rig right here is actually the Rode vlogging kit. So I like this vlogging kit because it comes with this tripod as well as a smartphone holder, and it also comes with a microphone. So this is the Rode Video Micro, which is a great directional microphone, meaning that it picks up audio in the direction that the microphone is facing. One shortcoming though of this microphone and some of the other ones that are coming up is that if you flip the camera around and you're now standing at the other side of the camera, that microphone's not going to pick you up as well. But this microphone is different than the Saramonics because the Saramonics have the two transmitters that have the built-in mics, or you can plug in a lav mic. And so these are only going to pick up sound based on where these transmitters are. So this is really great for singling out your voice and not picking up a lot of ambient noise. But there's a case for using both microphones depending on the scenario that you're filming in and what kind of audio you want to pick up. So in an ideal world, if you're going to be a mobile vlogger, I would actually have both of these microphones just to cover a wider variety of filming scenarios. In this case, we're going to remove the Rode Video Micro so I can demonstrate these transmitters. So when I do that, I'm going to now attach my phone with the Saramonic plugged in. Then we're just going to secure the phone this way. And then this is a really solid rig right here. I really like this metal phone holder, and the rest of the Rode tripod is really solid and it complements the size of my phone so well. So from here on, we have a camera and half of the microphone set up, but then all we'd have to do is take out these transmitters and clip one to each subject. So I might wear one right here. And then my partner, such as Martin, if he was here with me, he would do the same. And then once we power everything on, we can record audio from both transmitters. Now we tested this out in the field over the weekend and it worked out perfectly. The audio quality was super crisp. It's so nice out. It feels like spring, almost summer, but it's a really sunny day and it was really hard to find a place to go for a walk today.
It is in fact spring, but it does feel like summer.
We're like right next to the University of Washington, but there are some turtles and
like Russian dolls. They're going down in size.
The turtles are lined up in a row, kind of in a little sludge pond here.
That's how they like it.
So now we can do like a little distance test. So I've got one transmitter, Martin has the other, so he's gonna walk across this little bridge here.
I'm enjoying nature like a British gentleman in the countryside. It's equally soggier, you know. That's why I feel like British aristocracy. But they never hit my kind of jacket.
So again, the only thing with using these microphones is that if you're using it with two people and you want to be apart like that, it's kind of hard to hear each other. So you want to be within distance to hear the other person, unless you totally don't care.
You just have to use Bulgarian shepherd calls.
Can you give us an example?
I don't know what they sound, but they told us in school that they would yell from one hill to the other and they had their code so they could understand each other.
That's like yodeling, right? You gotta learn how to yodel.
Kind of, yeah.
I kind of forgot how much I like filming with the phone. It's just so easy.
It's really easy, yeah.
It's just you've got it with you. You have a huge display so you can see exactly what you're shooting.
If they can nail down the stability as well as a GoPro, then it's a super good value proposition.
Stability has gotten a lot better on phones, I will say. Like that is improving a lot.
We found a snake.
Yep. Can you see it?
It's a little harmless one.
Took me a while to see it. It's not. Yeah, it's moving now.
It's moving. I used to be a gardener.
It's a garter snake.
It is a garter snake.
Yeah.
When I was a gardener, I would see them all the time.
Yeah, it's fast. Ooh, it's still going. There it is. Wow, that's neat.
Yeah, I like this one. So what is interesting is that Pokemon is a huge deal, right? It's this phenomenon and very much beloved by children. If you look into it, which I only know because I was staff at one of the events.
That's hilarious.
Yes, I worked for those companies that fill staff events. I mean, fill event stuff. And the inventor of Pokemon said that he was so sad when Tokyo was totally paved and the critters were gone, and he said children will never know what it's like to grow up around critters anymore.
Yeah.
And he invented Pokemon for that reason, but here we have them, you know. Seattle has not been paved like Tokyo or many other cities.
Mm-hmm. That's actually interesting because I did grow up in the Pokemon generation, the original Pokemon generation. It seems to have come back, which is very, very funny. And even though I did grow up in an island where we do also have critters, it's not really a problem. It still was something that we were really into. But that's a very good point. If you live somewhere without them, then that's a way to kind of spark your imagination.
We found our favorite bird, the hummingbird, which has now become the logo of our travel channel. It switches three spots.
That's
It's
really
back to the
funny.
exact same branch.
It's not bad for those built-in microphones, huh? One other thing that you could do that we did since we were filming outside is attach these little wind muffs. So you can easily just attach these to the top of your built-in microphones, and then once these are on, these wind muffs will block out any wind that might hit the microphones. So if you're filming outside at all, I would definitely recommend filming with the wind muff. Now, even though these transmitters do have built-in microphones, not everybody likes to use them for a couple reasons. Number one, they stick out a lot, so it's really obvious if you're wearing the transmitter. And number two, sometimes these built-in microphones don't give you the very best audio. So one alternative that Saramonic includes are these wired lavalier microphones. So with these wired lavs, you can clip these to yourself instead, and they just stick out a lot less. And then the other end, you would plug directly into the line in plug on your transmitter. And then you can undo this cable. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can clip this to your belt, thread the cable through your shirt, and this just looks a lot cleaner than having that transmitter clipped directly to you. So when you're done filming, take all the pieces apart, and you can stick the transmitters and also the receiver back into your case here. And this case is one of my favorites because it not only protects your microphone system, but it charges them as well. So there's a built-in rechargeable battery in the case, and you can recharge this case via USB-C. There's a USB-C port here, and that keeps all 3 units of your mic system charged up, which I think is so convenient because otherwise you would have to have individual cables to plug into the 3 units and keep them all charged, and that can be a real pain. So this case is wonderful. And also there's a button here to easily pair all of the units. So right out of the box, all of the units should be paired up, so you can just plug and play with your phone. Another benefit to the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system for the cell phones is that it has a headphone jack. So the headphone jack can be used to plug in a pair of headphones, and you can monitor the audio just to check that everything sounds good. But it also has an added benefit when you're using this on your phone, in that if you're trying to do like a FaceTime video or a Zoom call or anything like that, when you have this plugged into your phone and then you add the headphones, you can actually hear other people on your call. So that's really cool and really handy if you do a lot of teleconferencing or video chats on your phone. Another important thing to call out on the receiver is this little switch here that says M and S. M stands for mono or single track audio, and S stands for stereo or 2-track audio. Now that's really important because now we have 2 microphones or 2 transmitters here. So if you're recording in stereo audio, then one microphone is going to record to one track or one headphone, and the other is going to record to the other track. And that can sound a little weird in post-production if you just spit out a video that still has stereo sound. If you're listening with headphones, then your audio might sound a little bit off. And so that's why you want to make sure to do this one thing in post-production. I'll leave a link to the video below that shows you exactly what to do to make sure that your stereo audio sounds right after you edit your video. Another thing that can be a little tricky with shooting with 2 microphones is just verifying that they're both connected properly. So for that reason, I recommend downloading an app called Filmic Pro to your phone. I've been using Filmic Pro for a long time shooting with my cell phone, and it really unlocks some extra features that stock camera apps don't come with. And the thing that I really like about Filmic Pro is that it shows you audio levels or audio meters. And so you don't have to film with Filmic Pro, but I would just use that app to verify that both microphones are properly connected. And you can see that very clearly with those audio meters. So the B6 unit, again, is made for Android phones or those with a USB-C input, but if you're using an iPhone, then you're going to want to go with the B4 version, and it's essentially the same as the B6. All those features I just talked about are also in the B4. The B4 just has a lightning cable to attach to iPhones or iPads instead. So overall, I love this new mic system by Saramonic, and it is pretty similar to that original Saramonic Blink 500 Pro, which again is for cameras and for phones. But the thing with these new B4 and B6 models is that these are made specifically for phones. So if you're someone that doesn't plan to use a mirrorless camera or an extra camera with your mic system, you just vlog or film with your phone, then this is going to be the ideal system for you. And if you do film exclusively with your phone, I think there's nothing wrong with that. We started off this YouTube channel using only a cell phone, and even today we use a phone to vlog quite a bit or just fill in the gaps between our GoPro and our mirrorless camera. So yeah, there's nothing wrong at all with filming with phones, and I just think that's going to keep getting bigger and bigger as cell phones keep getting better. So now let's talk about that giveaway. I'm going to be giving away one of these Saramonic wireless microphone systems to one of you viewers out there. And this is the mic system that works with a cell phone. So we're going to give you a choice between the Android version or the iPhone version. So to enter, you've got to do two things. First of all, make sure that you're subscribed to Gemini Connect. And second of all, leave a comment below and let me know how you plan to use your Saramonic Blink 500 Pro system and also which phone system you use. Good luck to all of you out there. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions as well, and we'll be drawing a winner in 1 month. So make sure that you're entered if you want to win one of these mic systems, and thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.